Hello, this is my third and final video for the moment on toxic people. I'll just summarize what we said in video 1 and 2. We talked about people who are not compatible with us. We talked about the conflict among how we feel, what we think, and what we actually do. And we talked about courage to take on the responsibility of our own lives, the courage to be the creator of our own lives. So I'll go back to steps. So the first step to taking control and being in charge of our own lives is to recognize this incompatibility and just say we're just incompatible. So it's recognition, and after recognition, here comes acceptance, and we have to accept it. It takes courage too to accept that you're not compatible with someone. It takes courage to accept that you don't have this surplus of energy or of love to give to these poor people who are trying to suck the energy or the love out of you. But you don't have this surplus, and accept it, and it's okay. And there comes compassion. Compassion towards ourselves. We can say, we have the right to say, I'm not there yet. I can't deal with that person. I don't like the word evolution. I'm not evolved or spiritually developed or evolved enough to do it. But I'm not in a position where I can do it right now. I'm working on it. I really am. It's not that I'm doing nothing, but I'm not there yet. And it's okay. I have to accept myself and treat me with compassion. True compassion starts with self. We cannot feel compassion for anyone unless we feel compassion for ourselves. Of course, we can show compassion. We can. Even if we don't feel it, we can show compassion towards like a poor person, a poor stray dog or cat. We can show compassion, but do we actually feel it? We can only feel compassion for others if we can feel compassion for ourselves. And after we felt compassion and accepted ourselves, then it takes courage to act, to do something about it, to take charge of your life and be the creator of your life. Decide what you need and what you don't need, what you can and what you can't handle in your life. And when it comes to these incompatible people, well, there are things you can do, and then you're the person who acts. You're not the helpless victim of the toxic person or the circumstances. So let's take, the toxic, incompatible friend example. One thing you can do is like distance yourself from them, call them or see them less and less frequently, or not pay attention to them when they speak. But distancing yourself, you might have others who will say, but what happened, your other friends, why aren't you close with that person anymore? What happened? Why? There's like social pressure, and then it needs courage to say either we're not compatible anymore or I can't be with that person anymore. It would be easy to point the finger at that person and say, oh, they're to blame, they're toxic, they do this, and present yourself as the victim. But instead of doing that, why don't you take on the responsibility and say, we're just not compatible. It's not something that they do, or maybe it is, but it's me. It's not them, it's me. I can't be with them anymore. Oh, then we have the very difficult example, the one of a toxic relative or of a toxic mother. What do we do there? How much courage do we need to take drastic steps or drastic action? Well, there are several things we can do. One of which is to consciously decide to keep calling that person, keep calling the mother, knowing that we will feel bad after the call, but we do it for her and we take on the responsibility. So it's not her that's draining me of my energy. I decide to do it for my own reason, because I'm afraid, because I feel sorry for her, because I have this surplus of love. And some others, I know they talk to someone and they have like the phone there, they can only hear, they can't hear like a mutter, and they say yeah, and then again. That's one solution. Another solution is to truly distance yourself. Like, talk to the person and say, I need time. I can't see you or talk to you anymore. Please give me time. I have some issues to work on. That's very, very difficult to do because the other person will be, especially your relative or mother, tell me what is it. And anyway, it takes courage to take some time. And if the person doesn't respect you, it's difficult. If they bombard you with phone calls or text messages or whatever, it's difficult. But be courageous. And you have to be courageous, especially for what the social environment will say. Why did you distance yourself from your mother? What happened? Again, what will you do? Will you be the victim? Or will you say, I have some issues to work out and take on the responsibility for your life? Whatever you decide, it's really difficult. It's very, very difficult. It takes courage. But be compassionate with yourselves. Keep working on yourselves. And maybe one day you'll have this surplus of love. You will be able to give unconditional love to these poor creatures. Sometimes I call them tortured souls. They're so unhappy themselves. That's why they do what they do. But if you can't help them, if you have nothing to give, if giving means falling ill or being exhausted or ruining your own life, be courageous. Take charge. Do what you have to do for your survival. Thank you for watching, and I'll come back soon with a video on a different topic. Thank you. Bye.